Yes, welcome to Vendor Vision Podcast. I am your host, Britt. I want to say thanks to my sponsors for making this episode happen. It is Lowrider magazine. Make sure you pick up your copy. They're available online at lowridermagazine.com. Today we have a very special guest. I'm very excited to introduce. I have on my left. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Minerva Gutierrez, your realtor with Equity Realty Group. I've been doing real estate for 29 years, and I'm honored to be here.
I'm super excited to have you. I know we're going to be talking about you are a bigwig in the real estate industry. You also are a president of a car club out here in Arizona, and you do a bunch of things. I always see you on Facebook and everything like in the community and whatnot. So we're definitely going to touch base on all of that.
Okay.
So first question, what was it about the real estate industry that made you want to get into it?
Well, actually, it was my husband, Anthony. We're from LA originally. Before I used to be a legal secretary in Hollywood, and we moved to Yuma, Arizona. We had 3 little girls that we wanted to raise out of the rat race, and then we went to a family reunion in '92, and we liked Yuma. Small little town, and we just made a decision to move there.
Yeah.
I was working for the board of supervisors there in Yuma, and one time me and my husband were talking outside in the backyard, and he goes, "Have you ever considered real estate?" And I go, "No." And he goes, "You will be great at it." So I went to real estate school, and I got my license September 1996.
Wow, that's awesome. And so, okay, shout out to the husband. She's you could see something and go for it, and that's awesome that you listen to him because look how successful you are. So shout out to the husband. he's our guest today. He's been behind the scenes, so thanks for coming as well. So with the real estate, so you were in Yuma, you have your kids. So is it like the flexibility about being a real estate agent that you liked, or what has kept you being a real estate agent for so long?
A little bit of everything. Of course, the flexibility. My daughters were in sports, so I was able to, go and see them play volleyball, soccer, basketball. I love helping people.
There you go.
First-time buyers, our veterans.
Yeah.
I just love the flexibility, and I just love helping people.
Right on.
I've helped a lot of the low riding community too here in the Phoenix area. I just love what I do. I love my profession.
Awesome. That's great. Well, I think you're great at it. I mean, I haven't bought a house for you, so I'm not at that level yet. But if I do, hey, I'll definitely know who to call. You did mention the lowrider community. So is it that transition, or not transition, but that overlap between like helping the lowrider community that made you want to pursue possibly being like the president of a car club, or how'd that start?
No, that never came to mind. We had our 64 in Los Angeles. That was my father's. We bought that in right after our second daughter was born. My daughter pulled up in the 64. And my husband goes, "Who pulled up in a badass 64? And my little sister was there. He goes, "That's my dad. I told you he has the lowrider." And I had just had a cesarean.
Oh, wow.
And I told my husband, I go, "Take me downstairs to see the car." And he goes, no, you can't go downstairs. So they kind of like carried me a little bit, him and my dad. So I went to go see the 64, and he had a for sale sign. So I go, "Dad, I got the for sale sign." Took it off. I go, "This is mine. We're buying this car." He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah."
Right
So,
on. I
yeah.
mean, why would you say no?
Yeah. So we moved to Yuma having the 64, and then we ended up buying the 1950 Cadillac in Avondale, and then we ended up buying more cars after that. We own 7 cars right now.
Wow, that's a lot. Well, see, if you guys are in the real estate agent, you guys have good money, you can have all these cars too. So follow her footsteps, because man, I'm just working on a bike build right now. I can't imagine actually owning a lowrider. I don't know what I'd do myself. I'd be one of those people like buffing it with like a diaper or whatever, like making it all
Babying
shiny.
it.
Yeah, babying
Of
it, and just like never leaving the garage. Murda is actually on Murda 63. I'm not sure if you're aware of him. Shout out to him. He was doing a music video on Jackson Street for the ladies first trunk or treat. So that was awesome. He says big love, homegirls.
Thank
His
you.
wifey's actually on here too and says hi. I'm not sure if anybody else popped in because I'm having to do it all myself, you guys. The YouTube's not working, so bear with me with the comments. So let's see what else. Okay, so when you went from Yuma to now Phoenix, are you in Phoenix?
We moved to Avondale.
Okay, Avondale.
We live in Avondale right now.
Okay. And so how is like, is there like a separate type of lowrider scene out there? Or do you come and do a bunch of events out here?
It's different in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You know, we had the 64 there.
Right.
And we moved to Phoenix, not thinking we're going to be in a club or
Right.
anything. We just relocated.
Mm-hmm.
We lived in Yuma and then we moved to Phoenix
Right.
in 2011.
Okay. Nice. And so what do you like out here? Because I know a lot of the people that, you know, born and raised in Arizona, they always tell us California people, because I'm actually from California too myself.
Mm-hmm.
I moved here December of 2016. But not a lot of people know that, so I'm just like ratting myself out, I guess. People think I'm from here, minus when I talk fast and I kind of give myself away. But it's funny because I always seem to gravitate towards like the Californians, and they're like my best friend was out from California, and a lot of the people I hang out with now are from California originally. Actually, my boss man over there, Mike, he's from I can't remember, but from California, different part of it. But yeah, so it's funny that I met with you and like definitely connected and talked, you know, boss lady game, it, like helping each other out, like, well, how you helping me out more so. Just it's funny that you're from California as well, because that always seems to happen to me and all the people I really link up with, and I find out afterwards that, cause I would just assume that you're from Arizona myself, so. And she actually, you guys, if you pick up a copy in December of the magazine, she's actually going to have an article done by yours truly. So keep an eye out for that. And it talks more about kind of what we're touching base on today with, you know, the real estate scene, the lowrider scene, and everything that she helps with when it comes to the community. I know that you did mention more of like the helping people and whatnot. What like, do you work with any nonprofits or anybody else specifically in the community?
Yes, I'm a director with Mujer Inc.
Okay.
What we do there, we do workshops for Latina women to empower them. We mentor young Latinas too in junior high and high school. We have a Mana project that we usually do in November, but that's being postponed till spring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that's because of the weather or just, you know,
getting to high school.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Hopefully we want to do it at Cesar Chavez. Well, it was supposed to be in November, but now it's going to be early spring.
Okay. And so be at Cesar Chavez in the spring?
Cesar Chavez High School.
Right on. Very cool. That's awesome. And so what have you, like, when it comes to being involved with those community events, what is, like, something that you really like doing when it comes to those events versus, like, a real estate, you know, open house or, you know, something with your club? Like, what is about that community event that you like doing?
With the girls, Mujer Inc., I just love giving them my life experiences. Growing up in the neighborhood in LA, ditching school,
No way.
early pregnancy,
Okay.
you know, kind of being in the gang, you know, life, and, you know, the lowrider scene out there too. So that's why I just feel like I have a lot to talk to these girls
Definitely.
about, you know, that they go through here, and I love it.
Yeah, and I think that's important that because I don't feel like there is a lot of promotion of female, like, what do you want to say, mentors, you know, for anybody, whether Latina, white, whatever the case may be. Like, it just in general, I feel like, you know, even though we're supposed to, you know, encourage women, supporting women and, you know, empowerment and whatnot, there's also like the stigma of like, if women do too well, then like they attract like haters, and there's people like, oh, you know, how, what make sure think she can do that type thing. And it's kind of like
Sure.
a double-edged sword, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, we want to be out there, we want to show that we can do this and support these, but at the same time, like, it almost puts like a bullseye on our back, you know what I mean? Have you spoken to any of the girls, or have you experienced any of that doing any of the community events, of like, and how you rose above, you know, maybe someone coming at you because they want to do what you are doing or anything like that?
Yeah. Last November, we had our Mana project with the girls at the Tolosan High School. And it was nice. I had a group of 6 or 7 girls in my circle. And they started opening up throughout the day, you know, and I just started like talking to them and just being real, being transparent. I mean, that's who I am. I keep it real. And you know, I used to tell them what I used to do in school and, you know, and the bad stuff, the good stuff. And they'd go like, oh, well, what do you do now? I go, I'm a realtor. I had 2 real estate offices. I bought a franchise, Realty World.
Nice.
And I named it Minerva Gutierrez and Associates. One of my main office was on 32nd Street, and my daughter Crystal was the managing manager for my second office across the street from the Marine Corps Air Station in Yuma.
Oh wow, that's awesome. You get a little family business
Yeah.
going on. That's super cool. We have a question. It says, how is the house market, and what would you say to educate people about the process?
Realtors, you know, we don't control the market. We don't control the market conditions. A lot of people are saying, Minerva, I want to wait. Are the interest rates going to drop? Do you think it's going to crash? I don't know the answers to that. We go with the flow. But a lot of people are buying right now. They're getting down payment assistance right now. And they get a home and they refinance within 6 months.
Oh, damn, that's pretty quick. Is there any, off the top of your head, I don't expect you to memorize anything, but what are the deals for like the veterans or like first time home buyer type thing? Do they have special things going on right now?
Yes.
Or?
For first time buyers, there's down payment assistance. You get 4%. 3.5 will go towards your down payment, getting an FHA loan. So we have a quarter left. So that'll go to your closing costs. And then I negotiate your closing costs. And I usually get my buyers in with no money down. And they, of course, when you buy a home and I write the contract, we have to get $1,000 earnest money or more if you want. And usually sometimes you get it back. I had a client, a buyer, she bought a house in Maricopa.
Really?
Maricopa's in a different area. You get 1% more. So she lucked out and she got back her earnest money with a home warranty also included.
What? Oh, and that's
So
awesome.
she was very happy.
Good. That's because of you, because you guided her in the
Thank you.
direction.
Yeah. You know, I take care of my buyers.
That's fine.
Buying a home is the biggest investment of your life. And I take care of my first time buyers, repeat customers, repeat clients, sellers too. So it is the biggest investment of our lives.
Yeah, definitely not to be taken lightly. Have you been in a situation where you're like selling somebody's home, but then also helping them buy like a home? How's that process? Is that too much, or is that
it can be stressful?
Yeah.
It's a contingency. So they're selling their home and we get an offer on that house. And then they said, okay, we're ready. I wait. Once the appraisal comes in, we're good. Then we go shopping. And it's a contingency, contingent upon this house successfully closing. And then they can close on this one. And I give myself an extra time on the contract.
Gotcha. And have you had that experience where, like, let's say something with the house that you're selling, like with your buyers, like, well, I guess the sellers and the buyers. So if their house doesn't pass inspection or whatever, like, and do they have to do like work on it? Like, how does that work?
We have to renegotiate. If there's a lot of repairs on the home inspection, of course, you know, I have to put it in writing and submit that to the selling agent. And the selling agent presents that to the sellers. And it's like, okay, this is what they're asking for on repairs. Sometimes they don't want to fix it. It's like, okay, well, we're going to walk. We're going to get back our earnest money. The buyers lose their home inspection money. They don't get that back. But if the sellers are not willing to fix the things that are important to the new buyers, that's important to the buyers. So it's like, okay, we're going to cancel the contract. And usually they say, okay, wait. I'll do it.
Right, yeah. Take that money away. Like, oh, wait, just kidding, I'll do it.
And then the next step is ordering the appraisal. And an appraisal, it's not an inspection, it's an opinion of value.
Okay. And who makes that decision?
The appraisal.
Okay.
The appraiser is the eyes of the bank.
Gotcha.
If the appraiser says, he or she says, hey, this house is not worth this, what's on the contract based on the comps in the market, in the area. And it's good for the buyer because say we write an offer for $400,000. I'm just an example, $400,000, and it comes in at $390. So the sellers are not going to put that house back on the market because number one, if I have an FHA buyer, that house, that FHA contract number, FHA case number, I'm sorry, is going to stay on that property 6 months.
Oh.
So that seller can only sell it conventional financing, hard money,
That's it.
and that's it. So
What's
they're
hard
going to,
money? What's that mean?
an investor,
Oh, gotcha. So like,
shark.
if they want to like use that as like a rental property and not like a home, is that?
Usually when you get a loan from an investor or hard money, they usually want 20 to 30% down.
Oh wow.
And you're only paying on interest. You're not paying anything towards the principal.
Oh, that sounds complicated.
And they have their own language in their contract.
Yeah.
They don't go based on our National Association of Realtors contract. They have their own language in there. So if you don't read that contract,
So that's why it's important to have a realtor and not just kind of do your thing yourself. You
Yes.
don't know what they're looking for.
Yes.
And you can get bamboozled.
yes.
And
And
we don't have-
honestly, Brittany, I have never put any of my buyers with a shark, with an investor.
Good.
Because I've heard experiences of buyers, they put 60,000 down. Something happens, they can't refinance. They have 2 years to refinance that property and get it out of the investor's hands and put it into a solid loan. If they can't do that, the $60,000 goes down the drain.
Oh my
Every
gosh.
monthly payment that they've been making goes down the toilet.
Oh my gosh. So that's why it's important to not do that and not sign anything so you know what you're signing and get in a good position. Wow. Well, I never knew that. I don't know about you guys, but that's news to me and it's blown my mind.
Just call me if anyone has any questions, call me. Minerva Gutierrez, 623-336-5332. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
Yeah. And do you have your own like realtor page like on social media that people can like check you out? And see?
Yes, it's Minerva Gutierrez Realtor on Facebook, and then Sold by Minerva in Instagram.
There we go. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for a
And then
house-
my regular page, I put a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah,
My regular
like your
page,
personal
Minerva
page?
Gutierrez,
Mhm.
Facebook.
definitely follow, like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Give her a shout out and whatnot. Let's see. Tumblr Baby LLC says, I really need your input. I'm in that situation.
Sure, call me.
Maybe that one. Yeah, that's where she's actually part
Yeah.
of the Casual Image Car Club as well,
Okay.
and a vendor. So she's awesome. Carmen right there. She does a lot of badass women stuff. Do all a bunch of events. Like she's at like every dang event out there. She's hustling big time. She makes custom obviously tumblers and like shot glasses. Also, she has like her whole booth is like set up like 4 or 5 shelf deep.
Yes,
You know,
I've met a couple of beautiful ladies that have that. I wonder
Yep.
if I've met her.
Probably.
Yeah.
Shoot, I can't remember. I don't know what the last event she was at, but I know she has a bunch coming up. I think she's gonna be at another trunk or treat this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I know she does a lot of stuff with the Casual Image and whatnot, but definitely link you guys up after the show for sure. She's on my Instagram and my Facebook already, so just stalk my account and find it.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Oops, I got knocking over stuff. So let's see what else is there about the real estate. So being that you've been in the game for a long time and you kept being in the real estate industry because of wanting to help people, and I'm sure it's never a dull moment, especially with that stuff going on. And to me, I love about like real estate in general, like because my friend, she's a real estate agent out here. My sister actually in California, she was real estate, but she didn't have like the gumption, I guess you'd say, to really pimp herself out. I guess not pimp herself out, but like, I know I have a hard time marketing myself because I feel like I'm bragging, and our mom always saw us like be humble and this. So it's like,
Yeah.
you have to. But when you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business, you literally have to talk about yourself. You have to get your name out there. You have to, hit the pavement and not be afraid to, get in where you fit in type thing. And I think that her and I both have an issue with that. And I feel like after a certain point, the successful people, whether it's in real estate or whatever they're doing, they look past that and they see the bigger goal of like, hey, this is what I have to do, so go for it. Lowrider Girl Photography says, look at these beautiful ladies. She's awesome. Her and her husband are always on the scene taking cruise photos. She actually works
Lowrider
at
girl.
Yeah, Barrio Clothing.
Photography.
Yes,
Oh,
she's amazing.
wow.
She's a big supporter of the podcast and live ride in general and the community. So shout out to her. Of course, she's gonna be on here.
Absolutely.
Joseph is asking, is there a different program for first-time homeowners?
Yes, there's the down payment assistance. You get 4%. 3.5 goes towards your down payment. You have an extra 0.5% that will go to your closing costs, and I will negotiate the rest of your closing costs. Plus, one of the title companies is giving a free home warranty for a full year. Home warranty covers everything inside your house. AC, the big stuff, AC, heater, stove, doorbell, your air conditioner. Say you moved in August, then your air conditioner goes out. You call your home warranty and they come out and say, sir, ma'am, it's your compressor. They replace that. And you only pay a deductible like $75. So it's worth it. For $450 a year, you have 1 full year of home warranty. Covers your inside appliances, air conditioning, plumbing. You can cover your roof. If you have a pool, you can also cover your pool and your spa, but of course that's extra.
Right.
You can cover your washer, dryer, refrigerator.
That's awesome. You have me air conditioning.
Septic too. If you have a septic and you buy something out in the county, you can cover your septic too, which is very important.
Yeah.
You don't want your septic to go out.
No, that would be someone's nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
So we have another question. What's the hardest part people don't see behind the scenes about the real estate business?
Oh, a lot. You have to maintain that escrow when you open it. You have to baby it. You have to make sure you're on a time frame. Order the home inspection in time. Get the inspection. Do your buyer's inspection notice to the seller. Whatever the buyers want on that report that's important to them, I have to write it down, submit it to the selling agent. They present it to the sellers. Get it back. Hey, this is what they're going to fix. This is what they're not willing to do. Or you know what? We're going to fix everything. Great. I give the green light to my lender, which is Dusty McNally from Fairway Mortgage. That is my lender. If you guys ever need to refinance, she's awesome. Or buy, she's my lender. And she's awesome. She closes my deals. She knows her stuff in lending. Mm-hmm. And then I tell Dusty, order the appraisal. And that's when we wait for the appraisal and make sure the property is worth that money.
Great. That sounds great. Wow.
We have to baby our buyers sometimes. They're scared. They get buyer's remorse. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they want to back out of the deal and say, you know what, Minerva, I don't know if I'm doing this. I don't know if I should wait. We have to sometimes be therapists, psychologists,
Mm-hmm.
The finance part, so there's a lot of things behind the scenes that the public doesn't know what we go through.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to baby.
Yeah, and I try not to take it home.
Right, yeah.
Because it's very mentally, but...
And I was going to say that to your husband, like, does she take it home? I'm like,
I think I used to, right? But then I learned, and it's like, I don't take it home anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my husband knows a lot about real estate just by listening me on the phone, talking to the clients, to the buyers, to the sellers, with the appraisals, with the lenders, the programs that are out there. Mm-hmm. So he has learned a lot. A lot of his coworkers ask him a lot of questions at work. Yeah. Hey, Tony, this and that. And he answers them.
So
it's like, well, he's learned from the best.
Right? I know. You couldn't have a better teacher, that's for sure. I know that there was a comment on here, Solinus, SOLINSV, I don't know how to spell, sorry. They said that they're very proud of you.
Mike Solis.
There we go, yes. I don't know how to spell, sorry. SOLINSV.
That is my son-in-law.
Aw, buttering up to my mother-in-law. Yes, we just want you to know that we are proud of you and did a little heart. That's adorable. Oh, yay, we love when family talks in. That's awesome. So I'm assuming, judging by your husband and your daughter being involved, that you do have a lot of support from your family to keep going and being in this industry and whatnot?
Yes, well, actually, we have 4 daughters. Our oldest is a school teacher, Vanessa. She has a real estate license too. Our daughter, Crystal, she has her real estate license too, and she's going to be going to school for dental hygienist. Oh, wow. And our 3rd daughter, Priscilla, she has a real estate license, and she helped me a lot during COVID. Oh, wow. And she's a really good realtor. Awesome. But she is a vendor. She handles all the Estee Lauder cosmetics.
Oh, wow.
And then our little one is going to nursing school. To be a nurse.
You guys are good parents. Look at that. Like, all successful females.
Bunch of girls.
Guys. Yeah.
I don't know how my husband handled that. Five,
He has a smile on his
five
face, so.
females. 5 females in the household.
Yeah.
He loves it.
I
He loved
mean,
it.
Gotta just accept it and roll the punches of it.
Right?
Let's see. We have a question. Who inspired or mentored you early in your career?
My first broker, Kathy Cox from Century 21 Cox Realty. She was a very aggressive broker, and I learned a lot from her. I was with Century 21, Century 21 because I wanted that Century 21 plus training.
Yeah, I remember.
So-
That's all I saw back in the day was 2021.
Oh, the Century 21 plus training program is excellent. So I said, plus my mentor before I went into real estate was, babe, what was his name? He passed away. Gerald. He was a very good friend of my grandpa Gene. And my grandpa, he knew that I wanted to get in real estate. He goes, I'm going to hook you up with Gerald. He's an excellent business person, and he was a broker at the time. So, excuse me. So, my husband and I would go and we would talk, and he would tell me a lot of things when I was going to real estate school. So he was actually my mentor prior, before me becoming a realtor. But my first broker, Kathy Cox with Century 21, I was with Century 21 for a full year. Then I went to Remax,
Okay.
where you're on your own, you're 100% agent. And that broker there, Colleen Newman, she was like my grandmother. I used to call her Nana.
Aw.
She passed away about 10 years ago. And I learned a lot from those two ladies.
Yeah, that's
Big
awesome.
time.
Yeah.
One was very aggressive. One taught me how to be diplomatic. So assertive, but still don't take crap from the other agent. Because I remember one agent told me when I was new in one of my first few transactions, I think it was actually my first transaction, my first deal. She told me, Minerva, you have to go wait for the gas company and all the technicians.
Oh, that's right.
I go, wait a minute, that's not my job. That's her job. So I asked my broker, Kathy, I go, Kathy, this agent told me, she goes, what? I go, yeah. No. So she called that agent, and it's like, why are you telling my agent to go sit there? That is your responsibility. So they try to push you around when you're a brand new agent.
Yeah. Of course, you guys have to get away.
She learned from the big dogs in Yuma.
Yeah, I did.
The people who had been in real estate for years and years and years in Yuma. Those were all her mentors.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Kathy Cox, Colleen Newman, Gerald, Oliver.
So do you attribute a lot of the, like, if you didn't meet them and go through what you did with them, do you think that you would have still kept going, or do you think you probably would have had a harder time, or how do you think
I
that
would have
you
kept
did?
going. And, you know, my mentality is I wanted to work my first few years, like my first year, of course, with the best training, which was Century 21. And then I went with Remax, which I was with Remax for 6 years, and I was the top producing agent there.
Wow,
Every year
that's
I would
good.
get an award from Remax. So, yes.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Do you like working like for what? So is the difference between like a broker and a lender and like a, what was the other term they use? Like, what's like the difference between all those, or is it all the same?
It's totally different. When
Okay.
you're in lending, you do the finance. When
Okay.
you're a realtor, you are a salesperson.
Okay.
And then if you get your broker's license, you're eligible to get your broker's license after 3 years of being a successful, having enough sales, you're eligible to apply for your broker's license. I got my broker's license in 2003. I was pregnant from my last daughter. We were still living in Yuma. And I told my husband, I said, I have my broker's exam. So we drove over here to the Phoenix area in downtown, a month away from having my daughter.
Oh,
So
my
I passed
goodness.
my broker's license in August of 2003, and I had my daughter September 2003.
Wow.
So yeah, I got my broker's license in 2003, and I opened up my own office in 2005. Yes. 2005, I had 2 offices, and then all the way until we relocated to the Avondale area, to the Phoenix area.
Gotcha. Awesome. That is very, very cool. And it's such an awesome, exciting story that I don't know if everybody knows about you. So I'm glad that I get to talk about it. What are some red flags buyers should watch out for? So, like in the houses, is that what this?
Are you talking about
Is
a
more specific?
realtor or just the house or?
Sorry, we need some clarifications from the peanut gallery. Because I don't know either. Because I'm like, shoot. I mean, I know what's looking for. Well, kind of when it comes to like homes and whatnot. But I don't know.
I'm
about
going to talk a
people.
little bit about finding the right realtor.
Mhm.
Ask questions.
Yeah.
Do you have designations? Do you have credentials? I have my designations as a certified residential negotiator.
Okay.
I have my ABR, my SRS, sellers representative, representative for sellers. I went to At Home with Diversity. So just ask that realtor, how long have you been in business? Do you have designations? What are your credentials?
Mm-hmm. That's important. Yeah, because I know when I was doing your article, you had a lot of.
And it's public
Recommendations.
information. You
Oh,
can
okay.
find out. You can get a hold of the Arizona Department of Real Estate and find out if that realtor has had any complaints against them.
There we go.
And that's important because thank God, knock on wood, 29 years, I have no complaints, not even one. And you can check with the Arizona
Wow.
Department of Real Estate.
That's impressive. I feel like that's like almost unheard of in any kind of business.
Yeah.
There's always somebody that's got some kind of problem.
A lot of realtors get in trouble.
Yeah.
They do some shady stuff, and I do not like that. I don't respect that.
No, I don't think. How can you be in business if you're gonna act shady? Like this is someone's, what you would think is like their dream home and like their biggest purchase around. Like, why
and
would
you're
you
gonna
mess that up?
screw that
Yeah.
person?
For what?
Come on now.
Like,
Yeah.
it can't be worth your integrity
No.
and your future when it comes to getting referrals and whatnot. Because I feel like as a
Right.
real estate agent, you have to get referrals. Like,
Exactly.
that's part of the business is the word of
Yeah.
mouth and whatnot helps you out.
Brittany, if I sell you a house, you're going to be satisfied and you're going to refer your friends, your family to
Right.
me and say, you want to buy a house? Call Minerva Gutierrez.
Right.
She helped me out. I do credit repair too, guys. I do credit repair. I'm a notary. So if you want to buy that nice ride after hours, weekend, get a hold of me and I can notarize your title or
Right.
whatever you need, paperwork, anything.
That's important.
Yeah, or go to my office. I'm a notary. Just call me and just make sure I'm there.
There you go. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people that need notaries and like.
The banks don't do them anymore.
Yeah, I don't understand what that.
It's a lot of liability on
Okay.
notaries now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never understood. Like, why is no one doing notary now? Like,
It's a lot of liability. They changed the laws on us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, well, that's good now. So if you guys need a notary, she's a girl, along with all the other things that she does. So that's awesome. I know that I'm not sure if I don't have my watch on me about the we have a commercial coming up. I know soon. Riz, sorry, is 8:30?
It is
So-
fantastic, Cody.
Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a commercial break real quick so we can get up and stretch our legs. So we'll be right back. Hopefully we'll be able to put up some flyers. I know we have some stuff going on Wednesday. Tune into Live Ride 65 podcast. We have Vinny Rodriguez, Tattoo Vinny. He's been doing some awesome things lately and having some photo shoots and whatnot. And then we're good to go.
Just a little family-owned business. We do regular general maintenance to full custom work. Got my daughter Asia working in the office. Service with Aloha Auto, easy at gmail.com. You can book appointments even online. You can see kind of what we do. We got specials that we run. Right now we're running a special for our 1-year opening.
Check us out for all your automotive needs, and we'll take care of you.
Not bad. We're just getting back from break. Alrighty. Oop. Nope. Lots of time going. Woo. Don't. It's fine. Okay, so now we're back from break. Let's see what else would you say is something that you would want people to know about, whether if they want to be in the real estate, like have a real estate career, or like if they're buying a home, or like specifically like right now, like is there ever like a good or bad time in Arizona to buy homes?
It's never a good time to buy anywhere.
Really?
I mean, if you're ready,
Mhm.
if you're a ready and able, willing buyer and you're ready to buy, then do it.
Yeah.
If you have the down payment, if you have your financing, you have a good job, you have a good FICO score, what are you waiting for? Are you going to continue renting? When you buy, you own that property. You can secure it, decorate it, do whatever you want to it. If you get the down payment assistance, you can refinance within 6 months after 6 consecutive payments on the down payment assistance. Once the interest rates drop, you can refinance. And usually my lender does that for free.
There you go. How much does it usually cost?
To refinance, depending on the property, I mean, it can cost you between $3,500 all the way to $7,000 in closing costs for a refi. Now, if you cash out, if you build equity and you want to cash out, the interest rate, it triggers and it goes higher because you're cashing out. And if you want to get into real estate, if there's something that you've been thinking about, you like it, you want to be independent, you think you have what it takes to be a realtor, do it. Go to real estate school.
Is it expensive to become like with all the licensing? Started?
At the beginning, it is. You have to take the course, and that's about $700-800 now. You have to pass the school test. If you pass the school test, you're eligible to go to state and take the state test, which it's general and law.
Okay.
There's 2 separate tests, the general and the law test. And you go to the Arizona Department of Real Estate to get your testing here in the Phoenix, in Phoenix, downtown Phoenix.
Okay. I'm assuming they probably like have because you can take it multiple times if you don't pass it, or is it just one and done?
No. You have to wait a little bit. And if you don't pass it, you go. I know people that have gone 7-8 times that they don't pass, but
Good grief.
sometimes they give up.
Yeah.
This is not for me. You have to be a people's person to be
Yeah.
a realtor.
Yeah.
You really do. And you have to know what you're talking about.
Good to know. Let's see what someone asked. Do you help folks sell and buy? If so, how can sellers make their homes stand out?
Curb appeal is very important. I always tell my sellers, if you can smell it, you can't sell it.
Oh, that's a good one. Shoot that trademark.
Okay. So keeping the house inside clean, smelling good. Sometimes when I have open houses, I tell my clients, let's make a pot of coffee, put a cake inside, and just people walk in and they smell that cake.
That's smart.
Or cinnamon rolls or anything.
Bacon.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
Curb
'cause I feel
appeal.
like that definitely is important when you go into the house, you know?
And no clutter on the walls. If you can, if I see the house that's a lot of clutter, it's like, okay. And a lot of personal pictures on the walls. Let's remove some of the personal pictures.
But do you think staging is important for a house? Like, let's say if a house is already empty and you're trying to put it on the
A
market?
lot of realtors do that. They spend the money and they hire a staging company, you know, and they take the furniture and they decorate it. I never have with my listings,
Good.
and you know they sell pretty
You
quickly.
do pretty good for
Yeah,
yourself, so I
they
guess
sell
it's
pretty
each their own.
quick. But you know, every realtor's different.
Right.
You know, every realtor has their own tactics, their own style. I have mine.
And that works.
Yeah.
I know that Laura Girl, she had mentioned a question, but I didn't get all of it. It said something about first time home buyers, like what they need to get prepared for. I think
Yes.
she said.
For first time buyers, anybody that wants to buy a house, I need 2 years of tax returns. If you're W-2, sometimes I just need the W-2, 2 years. And it doesn't matter if, say, okay, Minerva, I've been working at a job. Last year I worked for one job, but I quit and now I'm working somewhere else. That doesn't matter.
Oh,
Okay. I need 2 years of W-2s. Of course, a good FICO score. If you want down payment assistance, I need you at a 640 or higher on your FICO. If it's just one person, I need that person at a 640 or higher. If it's two, I need both of them at a 640 FICO score. And I need 1 month of pay stubs. If you get paid every week, I need 4 pay stubs. If you get biweekly, I need 2.
gotcha.
And if you're self-employed, I need 3 years of tax returns.
Oh, wow.
It's different. Now, is there an issue when someone is W-2 and they say, you know what, I just quit my job and I opened up my own company. I opened up a boutique, a landscaping company. I became a truck driver. Then there might be a little issue.
And then you did mention that you also help with credit repair, so that people
I
aren't
do
at
credit
640.
repair. Yep.
So you help with them. And how long
Yes.
does that usually take? Like, let's say someone has like, I don't know, what's the lowest, like 500 credit
It
score?
depends on the credit, Brittany. You know, we pull the credit, I review the credit report. If it's something fast and easy, it depends on the person, the tenacity, how fast they can pay debt, how fast they're willing to fix their credit. I mean, some of them are ready and they say, Minerva, I can take care of that.
There you go.
And they do it quickly. Depending on a big credit repair issue, it can take 6 months, a year, sometimes a year, 2 years. I've had clients like that.
Really?
You know what? It's going to take me a while. You know, I live paycheck to paycheck. So those are my buyers.
Right.
Regular people, you know, that go to work, get their paycheck. They don't have down payment, but they have good jobs and they have good credit. So that's why down payment assistance is so important right now
Right.
for everyone.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how we could buy a house without it unless you're like, you got
Yeah.
some, you know, what's it called? Like inheritance, or you're in the stock market or whatever. Like, I feel like there has to be some thing working with you to
Yeah.
to grab that much money, you know?
So say if you're buying a house for 400,000 and you want and you have your down payment. So you're looking at 4, 8, 12. You're looking at about 13.5 for a down payment. But if you have your own down payment, the interest rate is lower versus getting down payment assistance, because when you get down payment assistance, you're getting money from the government and they raise the interest rate about 1 3/4 higher than a regular down payment.
And do you recommend, like, overall, so I would say, like, oh, renting, you get like someone else is getting rich, but with, like, if you're buying a home, then you have like
Right.
like
You're building
assets and whatnot.
equity.
Yeah, equity.
Absolutely. You're building equity. You can deed it. You can leave it to your kids, you know, for the future. You can, once you start building equity on that house, you decide, I'm going to rent it. And sometimes if you have a low mortgage, and say if I'm your property manager and you want me to handle that rental, it's like, you know what? Your mortgage is $1,000 right now because they bought that house when the houses were lower, and I can get $1,800. That $800 is considered income.
Good to know. That's helpful, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's extra income.
That's awesome. So is there I know when we talked about like referrals and like people that you work with and how you help different communities, is there anybody that you've like turned away because like their credit was too bad or they're just impossible to work with, like they knew what they wanted?
Yes, I turned down, I think it was early last year or 2023. I had some buyers that, guys, you guys are going to, every house was haunted.
What?
We would go in a house
way.
and they would say, did you hear that? Did you see that shadow? They were whispering in my ears.
Oh heck no.
And it was weird because every time I would show properties, houses to the three people involved, I would go back to my office with a headache. It was just, I don't
Draining your
know.
energy.
Yes. And I just said, you know what? I can't deal with this. So finally I said, you know what? You guys need to get another realtor. And it was the $550,000 sale that I walked away from. And I said, it's okay. I need my piece.
Right.
So have I turned away buyers, sellers? Absolutely. When I go to a listing presentation and the sellers are telling me what they think I should list the house for. Okay. You think your house is worth 500,000 when it's worth 450? I walk.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? There's thousands of realtors here in the Phoenix area. Get somebody else. I list that overpriced listing. It's going to sit. They're going to be upset and they're going to be upset at me. So you have to say, no, these are the comps in your neighborhood. This is what they're selling for within the past 6 months.
Right.
And I'm not going to take an overpriced listing. I walk.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't make sense for you. Like as a real estate agent, like you want, like obviously your goal is to help people, but ultimately it's to make that sale or help those buyers, help that seller, whatever the case may be. And if they're already being ridiculous from the gate and like not taking into consideration the housing market, the neighborhood, and like what's selling, like that's what your competition is. The houses in your neighborhood. How are you gonna ask? Especially if, like unless your house has like something crazy impressive that the other houses don't, like you're gonna have to ask for that range.
Yeah.
And
the sellers got very spoiled during the COVID. Buyers were giving the sellers between 20,000 up to 70,000 free money, waiving the appraisal and market. There's no houses. There's a big demand.
right.
And everybody wanted, say, I just got a listing. Well, by the time I put the sign out there were 20 families looking at that house. One seller was getting between 10 and 20 offers. Well, they were getting spoiled and greedy. No repairs, take it as is. Whoever gives me the most money, that's what's going to get it.
Right. And isn't it like better for like all cash offer too? Like people are into that.
Cash offers good, but I saw a lot of sellers rejecting cash offers and going with someone that was getting financing, but giving them extra money and say, well, I'll give you this. So the sellers were spoiled. It's not a seller's market right now. The market has stabled a lot. It's stabled. And we're seeing the prices dropping a little bit. Not drastic.
Right.
Not drastic, but
That's great.
buyers are getting closing costs.
There you go. And I know you mentioned something about working through COVID and everything. How is it from like right now versus when you were a real estate agent during the COVID year? Like we'll say from 2019 to 2021. How was
Oh
it
my
during that
goodness,
time?
I was so busy.
Really?
Everybody wanted a home. They wanted, people panicked
Yeah.
during an epidemic, and that's what happened with COVID. Everybody wanted their home. And hey, I don't blame you.
Right.
That's the security blanket
Right.
over our heads. That's our roots.
Mm-hmm.
You get home, you cry, whatever you want in your home, that is your home.
Right.
And I was very busy during COVID. Matter of fact, my daughter Priscilla, I had to bring her in because I needed an assistant.
Really?
I couldn't keep up. My phone would ring. And plus I was on the radio. I'm on the radio on Mega 104.3. The phone would just ring. As soon as the commercial was off, the phone, I had like 2-3 calls coming in.
Wow. That's crazy. So what So were you like promoting on the radio, or did you have your own show?
Oh, I've been doing Mega 104.3 for like 5 years now.
Really?
I advertise my real estate business. Yeah.
Very cool. And would you recommend that to real estate agents as well? To do
It depends on their budget. You know, it's not cheap,
Mm-hmm.
but whatever however they want to advertise
I mean,
themselves and
shoot.
promote themselves.
Right? At least you're not like Rafi, where you're on a buses. I feel like that's a little overkill with the buses and
Oh.
the billboards and the jingle and this. Like, go.
Oh, I had
go put in, but-
I had like 5 billboards in Yuma
Man, that's a
going
lot.
on with my
Oh, Rafi,
face.
Yeah. Did you have your own jingle? Because that would be pretty cool.
That didn't work for me.
Yeah,
the
see?
billboards.
Yeah, everybody has their own niche and stuff, and I feel like there's. I mean, I listen to radio personally, and I feel like that's a good way to get a different, crowd of people that are like, still listen to radios or instead of streaming all the time. But you still get your play through streaming channels too, right? Or no? Like if they have their own app.
It depends on the market that you're targeting.
Oh, okay. I would know. I'm not on that level of promoting for anything. I know I listen to the radio because I'm old school like that. I don't listen to iTunes radio stuff or whatever. It's good old fashioned radio. Like before, because I know we can't be too long, so I know we're running late. My fault, guys. What else would you want anybody that's listening to know about either you or the families or that you help with the community programs or anything to do with your car club? Like, do you guys have any events coming up, like for Christmas or for
Yes,
Halloween?
we do. Dukes West Phx, we actually had our trunk and treat. It was Saturday, but of course it was rescheduled because of the thunderstorm that we were supposed to get.
Right.
Which I said I could have had it between 4 and 6. It's rescheduled. It is Sunday at the Grand Canyon Trails Town Center in Goodyear. It's Sunday the 19th between 12 and 2. Then we're having one big one, October 25th at the Arizona Center. Dukes West Phx, we're going to be there helping out Campesina.
Okay.
Campesina radio station reached out to me and said, hey, would you bring your cars in? So we're going to have our cars there.
Awesome.
And it's going to be nice. Bring the kids. I believe we're going to have the roller skating rink there on premises open, and the kids can roller skate with their costumes,
Awesome.
live music. It's really nice on 3rd Street.
Yeah.
It's a really nice place there. Musicians, music bands, DJ, lots of candy.
Heck yeah. Love the candy.
And then on January 3rd, we're having one in Glendale Community College. It's called Reyes Magos.
Okay.
And also I'm with La Campesina and Dukes West Phx. So that's going to be really nice. If no one is familiar with Reyes Magos, Three Kings Day, Epiphany Day, it's like a Mexican celebration with Latin American countries. They celebrate Three Kings.
Okay.
The Three Kings went to go and honor baby Jesus when he was
Right.
born.
Mhm.
And it's a beautiful story.
Awesome. I love that.
I try to keep my Christmas tree up until January 6th, which is Dia de los Reyes.
Okay.
So it's a beautiful tradition. So
Awesome.
we're gonna do that. So
That's awesome. Yeah, I heard that one. So I'm glad
yeah, look it
teaching
up.
something
It's
new.
a beautiful tradition,
Yeah.
a beautiful history. The kids leave their shoes outside by the door
Okay.
to honor the kings,
Okay.
and then it's a big celebration. The kids
Oh.
get gifts again.
Oh, right on. Heck yeah.
So that celebration, every kid is going to get a nice gift.
Mm.
And entertainment is going to be posted closer to the event. We're trying to keep all that stuff a surprise still. Campesina and Dukes West Phx wants to keep it in the low right now. So, but it's going to be a very nice event.
Yay.
Very
Okay.
magical.
Oh, I'm really excited. I definitely want to check that out because I never
Yeah,
taking
you need to
like
be there.
or taking like any like vendors or sponsors or anything like
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Okay.
We're going to have food vendors and just general vendors, of course. And of course, the lowrider community,
Okay.
awards and stuff and raffles and music, live entertainment. We're going to have special dancers show up. And of course, we have to have the Three Kings. So that's going to be nice.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here today. It was a
Absolutely. Thank you
pleasure
for
as
having me.
always. Yes, I'm super excited to write your article and have it come out December. So make sure you pay attention to Live Ride magazine, the website, and all the social media so that you know when it's going to come out. And make sure you follow her and all her social medias. We'll make sure to put that in the comment. And sure, and we have her lovely husband chiming in. Go ahead.
My name's Tony, you guys, and to all the brothers and sisters out there, I just want to say, man, it's easier to love than it is to hate. Be safe to all my brothers and sisters. You guys are awesome.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, we thank you so much, and we will check back later. And thanks everybody for tuning in.